संपन्नता माना विथ ऑनर्स पास होना अर्थात कर्मातीत बनना। तो ये 6 मास जो मिला है, रोज 6 मास नहीं सोचो, पर आज से ही सोचो, मैं मन वचन कर्म से, दृष्टि वृत्ति से मैं कोई भी सूक्ष्म भी वे संकल्प तो नहीं, बाप के समान मैं कल्याणकारी हूँ। बाप सामने हमारे एग्जाम्पल है। तब हम चाहे कहो कर्मातीत बनेंगे, चाहे हम विकर्मा जीत बनेंगे, अथवा विजयंती माला में आएंगे। और यही स्थिति से हम धीरे धीरे बाबा के समान फरिश्ता बने। इसलिए ये संपन्नता की स्थिति का पुरुषार्थ करेंगे तो कभी कभी जो उदासी या टेंशन आदि होता वो सब खत्म रहेगा, कुछ टेंशन नहीं। इसके लिए भी बाबा हमें समय की सूचना देते कई बार कि बच्चे समय को देखते हो, तुमको तो बेहद के वैरागी अथवा उपराम रहना। जितना बेहद के वैरागी त्यागी बनेंगे अर्थात उपराम रहेंगे, उतना ऑटोमेटिकली हमारी याद की यात्रा पावरफुल होती जाएगी। और ये अशरीरी बनने का सहज अभ्यास ही हमारी संपन्न बनने में मदद करता है। इसलिए भिन्न भिन्न बाबा ने युक्तियां दी है, पॉइंट्स दिया है अपने लक्ष्य को पहुंचना।
सिंध में एक सितंबर को थी जन्मी, कान्हा भक्ति दादी के मन में थी। 15 बरस की थी बाबा से मिली, मंडली ने जिंदगी बदली। हुआ था दरस शिव नूर का भी, स्वर्ग सी एक नई दुनिया दिखी। रही साथ रब के जो अंत आदि, प्रकाश की मणि है अपनी दादी। ओ प्यारी दादी, हो न्यारी दादी, सबकी दुलारी है हमारी दादी, हमारी दादी।
Om Shanti. Have a loving intellect in order to become a victorious jewel. Shrimat in the mind. Those who always have a loving intellect cannot have any waste or sinful thoughts that oppose Shrimat in their minds. Those who have such loving intellects become victorious jewels. Do not have love for bodily beings in any way, otherwise, you will come in the list of those who have a divorced intellect. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to our Vikti Parivar. Today's day 7. Have a loving intellect in order to become a victorious jewel. Today's topic, Shrimat in the mind. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Everyone is okay in a Vyakti Parivar. For you to be present, I could see you, Baba can see you. That means you are well, right? To be present always is the sign we're doing well. We were in Toronto for 12 days, 10 days. Big family. But then we did lot of programs for Rakhi, for VIPs. And it was very good stay. And every evening we did a Vyakti Parivar presence also. To have even every thought based on Shrimat. So we check our thoughts, right? It's so interesting what Dadi is saying. That renunciation, distaste, renunciation, and go beyond. That will make you karmatit and karmajit. Generally they say vikarmajit, but Dadi used the new word karmajit. That karma shouldn't pull us. Right? Now this month's topic is kind of final stage where intellect have just love for Baba and is not pulled towards any human being, or it should not be pulled towards anything, whether it is material things or situations or past. And it's very subtle, right? To be loving, but also intellect not full. You take love from Baba, you become loving, then everyone feels love for you. But still, my intellect is not full. Today, I was leaving. Just imagine 10 days we were together. So naturally, there was lot of flow of love everywhere. And for a moment, I was also feeling, but then because we know that's what we have to do, is to be loving and let everyone come closer to Baba. Because they should feel the presence of Baba. Creating that presence, creating love, that's what the seva is really. So that everyone internally is healed and feeling full and powerful, and but still intellect is not full. I remember when Dadi Janki, I was remembering last time, she was in Peace Village for 10 days. And naturally, when Dadi was there, hundreds of souls will come, different energy. And then Dadi left. What we are thinking, but the way I observe Dadi, that once she is ready to leave and she is in the car, that's it, she's gone. It's like she's so beyond. I remember once I didn't say goodbye, so I thought, let me go and say bye. But she was already gone anyway. Then she said, every moment wherever I am, every moment I just gave or serve. But once I leave that place, I leave it. And where I am going, I have to be there completely. Otherwise, you are still there in the previous place. So it's like the importance of intellect. Loving intellect will be victorious. But if intellect is pulled by anything, you can't be victorious. So it's the very, very, final subject in a way, but very subtle also, to observe that my intellect doesn't get caught up into anything. You are beyond. And when you are beyond, then you are able to share Baba's love. That's what I notice everywhere. Belonging, love, is something which everyone wants to. And then when there is love, there is happiness, cooperation. Everyone is tireless. You won't believe that how people day and night were cooking and cleaning and doing karma yoga, but they were happy. Because they were happy, they were tireless also. So our homework is to observe our intellect, right? Those who always have a loving intellect cannot have any waste or sinful thoughts that oppose Shrimat in their minds. Those who have such loving intellects become victorious jewels. Want to be the bead of the rosary of victory. One of the qualification is love with one. So do not have love for bodily beings in any way. With bodily beings, right? This one is this one, no. All are Baba's children, all are souls. So we have love for them, but not with the bodily beings. In any way, otherwise you will come in the list of those who have a divorced intellect. That means whenever there is a situation and your intellect is pulled there or towards a person, you fail, right? You can't be victorious. But it happens, we are observing whatever, but our intellect shouldn't be pulled. Then you become victorious too. And I know that everyone feels, oh, I should be in the rosary of victory, right? Why it takes Baba 108 just to prepare rosary of 108. Because intellect has not to be anything affected by anything, pulled by anything, anyone, right? So tomorrow, pay attention. where intellect goes and have every thought checked by Shrimat. Is it Shrimat to think like this or to have wasteful thoughts? It's not Shrimat. So change them. But then with the time, the practice of creating such thought, not all the time, lot of work not to think this way. Keep canceling it. Create in such a way that is in love for Baba. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Sister Mohini, Om Shanti, Avyakti Parivar, and welcome back to New York.
Om Shanti Gayatri.
How was your boat of truth coming from Toronto to New York? Was it rocking a lot? Was there turbulence?
Actually, it was just a delay for an hour, but flight was smooth and landing, everything went well. It was okay.
So there was no turbulence to you coming over because there was a lot of rain.
No, it was okay. I
Yeah.
think rain has stopped or it was less. When we landed, there was no rain, but it was good.
So let me ask you before engaging you in this beautiful homework point, let me ask you, for you personally, what was your high point in Toronto? I know you had a lot of programs with the family, with VIPs, with Rocky, with the public, and they took a lot of benefit from you. But what was the benefit, the high point that you took from going there and being there for 10 days?
I think that what people were sharing within BK family is love, God's love. And so when they feel love, love is something, it's really great power. And it helps them to grow, but also somewhere the capacity to receive and capacity to do both increases. And they were tireless and they were unlimited. And not only that, but in India, they say that very rich people can create maybe 3 days of yajna, but generally it's like 1 day or 2 day. I'm talking of Lokik yajna. No, they create havan and worshipping and all that because they need Brahmins, they need a lot of funds. You have to have enough because you have to constantly keep the flame on. So you have to keep putting sesame seeds and all that material. But to create yajna for 10 days, and it was exactly like what came in my mind was when Dadi Janki was with us for 10 days, last her visit, exact 10 days. After 5, 6 days, she said, I am going now. I want to go. I finished what I had to do. No, Dadi, hundreds of people are here. You can't just suddenly go. Many are coming. And so I was feeling that as soon as Dadi comes and stays, the feeling, the presence of Baba, the love from Baba, whatever qualities they have become embodiment, so it manifests. So I think even myself, I used to feel, as soon as Dadi came, I used to feel so not only power, but carefree also, very carefree. So Sister Savi there, many Arvind Bhai, they are holding everything, but also they are growing lot in numbers, right? And they have 4 small branches, so it's like lot of service expansion. Baba gave message for them. You are expanding, you are prosperous, and also becoming powerful. 3 words. So I think that all these I offered bhog maybe 5 times, because of Avekti Parivar, because of their days, Rakhi. So many beautiful messages Baba had been giving. But yet what I felt, that they need someone, not one, but we need to share our sustenance with them. That sustenance is very important, so that they can keep blossoming and they can be guided properly. Because there are so many who are willing to now kind of see that if their life can be more for Baba, they have enough of money, they have done what they had to do, and now they want to do Baba's service. Right? So I think it was love, it was presence of Baba, there was happiness, and yeah, it was very, very good. I mean, that's what I feel they experience, and that definitely was very fulfilling for them.
Testimony, when you travel, you're like a bestower of blessings, the daughter of the bestower, Baba, the one who opens the fortune of others as an instrument. But there must be something in being a bestower that Baba bestows to you. So you have done all this service of bestowing and giving all this love and recognizing the potential and the growth. What did Baba the bestower give to you, the bestower, that you are now taking that jewel and set it in your heart as an attainment that you have taken from this experience?
I think that our love in our attitude, basically, if we keep, as Baba keeps saying, good wishes in your attitude, because, whosoever, the soul is so powerful, catches the vibrations, even if you have a little bit of any kind of attitude, like the soul is like that, that soul definitely feels it. So what I keep aim is that my attitude towards everyone, especially like, I am a person who likes to help the weak ones, neglected ones, or those who have less self-respect, how to help them to grow. Because it is very easy, as Baba said, to be good with good ones, but there are many souls who have some kind of feeling that they should receive more, or they have more difficulties, they have more challenges, so by paying attention to everyone, one thing we say, bestower, I always say to Baba, Baba, they're receiving from you. They are all receiving from you. I never felt like but what I did, just be loving, and whatever was coming in early morning, I will wake up and Baba will say something for them, or I take homework and do it in 1 hour in the morning, taking a Vyakti signal. So whatever experiences will come, like one morning I wake up, that Baba said, children needs to be very royal now. And as much you become real and flawless, you will be very royal. Our talk, our drishti will not be like ordinary, but it will be very spiritual, very much bestowing. So as much Baba was giving me every morning or during day or during offering bhog, so that was becoming like I am receiving and others are receiving too. Because bestowing always is like you receive it and then you give it. So I was very fresh, even it was quite a lot, to have 3 hours, one session, 3.5 hours, and then 7, 8 hours for the full day was quite a lot. I was telling them at airport that next time, just 2 hour session. So it's not that you feel good, and that's why you do it so many hours. But then when I say to Baba, please help me, and Baba said, be sensible in using body. You have to be sensible because there's a lot of energy, but then body gets little bit tired, right? So which I will take 2 days now to heal, to heal and rest, and then we back to Peaceful Age for our Rakhi program. You are coming, right?
Yeah, I will talk to you tomorrow. Yeah, I am coming. But I want to ask you something else. I know I have a little bit more time, but two other aspects I want to ask you. One is this thing about love. We are entering Rakhi. We are in Rakhi. You have been celebrating Rakhi since the beginning of August. And yet, in tomorrow's practice, we are being told not to have love for any bodily beings. And Raksha Bandhan is a reminder of this thread of love, not just from Baba to me, but among the family of humanity, not just the Brahmin family, but the whole family of the tree. And so isn't it a contradiction to be told not to have love for any bodily being, and maybe he means bodily beings, at the time we're celebrating Rakhi?
I think that it's, we had a minister there. We had, in VIP group. I mean, I knew some of them, but, I shared. Then I did commentary, meditation for them. And then while tying Rakhi, it's like, it was already like 9:30, and they all were sitting and all were like, nobody wanted to go. And that day they hadn't planned dinner for them. They thought they will give Toli blessing. But I saw they're not going, and they all merged in Baba's love. And like, I also was talking to them as, so I don't think that we look at the bodies, right? Even like I knew who is who, what is their, status, but it was not it's towards the soul, you know, and they feel it. I think they experience it. And then I just said, why don't you all give them some dinner if there is some? So they had put up a big tent outside because there were hundreds of people, so they were serving in the tent, so there is no traffic in the house. So they had a very simple dinner, like they had pasta and they had salad, and so they had few things in the fridge frying one. They took out everything and gave. They were so happy, so happy. So they keep asking me that, how come you got this thought? I said, I thought at 9:30, and they would want to eat something. It's very late for them to go. And they said they were really expecting that they will get some light dinner. So I think it's not bodily relationship. It's like what souls need and what Baba wants to give them, and that's what you speak. I don't remember, but one lady or her husband, very big status, right in Ontario. It's like everyone was moved, and then when they were tying Rakhi, everyone wanted to give some for Baba's Bandari. So we told them they put it when they are ready to go. So some gave a lot of contribution. I don't think it's bodily. Bodily is like if I favor someone, right? One is I know some needs extra, so you give in through drishti, you just give little bit more attention. But I was telling them that the way at least I am trained is Lokik Alokik. When we came in Gyan, this is change Lokik into Alokik. And I was telling many stories, no, Bhumi had been asking me. One of the thing I always did was have a Lokik relationship. with everyone. So when it's a lockic relation, it's like spiritual. So when there is spiritual love, it's not bodily. Bodily love, as I had been saying, pulls the intellect, and you are sad, you are concerned, bodily intellect, body conscious intellect. So I think that a lockic, Baba's children, to give them what Baba is giving to us, all these thoughts really doesn't allow us to have intellect pulled towards bodily being. Right?
Yeah, that's good.
I'm trying to see, because I don't, as I said, I was leaving, there was so much love, so much everything. One minute you think, but then instantly, like, okay, they are Baba's children. So wherever we are, just keep sharing that love, that people feel belonging, people feel, whatever our obstacles are removed. And
yeah, so he's not saying not to have love for your fellow human beings, not to have a love that limits this spiritual bond that Baba is asking us to have. And finally, Sis Mohini, this balance that Baba is talking about, a loving intellect and Shrimat in the mind, it's a very deep thing he's talking about here. So I know your voice, I can hear from your voice that you've said enough, but I'll still put it to you. You don't have to answer it. You could answer it later on when we meet. But this, I remember the story with Dadi ji and me. And way back when we were doing the Million Minutes, we used to have a lot of meetings. The core group of us, London and New York in particular, would meet and spend hours and hours and hours meeting. And then Dadi ji, we were in Madhuban, and she went off on a tour, and she came back, and we were in a meeting. And she arrived and she didn't see us because we decided the meeting was more important than coming out and greet her. But we subtly decided that. We didn't make a decision like that, but we didn't come out to meet her. And then she went to Baba's office, which was her office, and she sat there and she sent to call me. Now, she didn't call anyone else from the group, but she called me. And when I went in, and I was, happy to see her, and she was looking at me with this drishti. And then she said, "Did you know Dadi was arriving?" And I said, "Yes." And she says, "But I didn't see you in the courtyard to greet me." And of course, I didn't know what to say. I just remained silent. And then she asked me the question. She says, "Do you know who I am?" And I said to her, "Dadi, it won't happen again," because I knew what she was saying. And I remember that story when I was looking at her earlier on the video, because it then made sense between a loving intellect and Shrimat in the mind. Because what she was telling me was, if I recognized her, I would have been there to welcome her. But even though it wasn't the right kind of love in the intellect, obviously, maybe I was just seeing her as Dadi, and I was seeing her in her light and friendly mood, which she normally is in. But maybe I forgot that she was also who she is. And so the Shrimat in the mind somehow wasn't there to do what was right, because maybe the love in the intellect wasn't accurate. So I was thinking that even in these ordinary things in which Dadi used to correct us every point that we kind of strayed away from doing the accurate things, is that if there is really true love in the intellect, that mind will follow the Shrimat accurately. So I wanted to share that with you in terms of this balance of a loving intellect and the Shrimat in the mind. in the regular things that we would be doing and calling it love, but there isn't accuracy in the love, and that's why there's disobedience in the mind.
Yeah, when you are saying it, then I remember that once in a while I used to go and stay at ORC. And so Dadi Gulzar was there, we all were there. Dadi Janki was coming, and she was coming around 11:30 night time. So everyone went in the room, but 11 o'clock everyone came out. Even Dadi Gulzar was there. And I never believed in not of some of such things. And so Dadi Gulzar came, everyone, so I decided I also have to come. And they really welcomed Dadi, midnight I'm talking of. So I just, kind of asked Asha Ben or someone, do you do this all the time? They say that Dadi comes and other Dadi is there. They will always come and welcome Dadi. So after that, I realized what it means to be loved, whether it's midnight, whether, because very easy to say I slept, I was tired, but this language doesn't work with loving intellect. And that means you will do the right thing. Now it's so surprising that what they did left a big impact on me too. That even if it's 12 midnight, once your senior is coming, you should welcome home. And we just say, okay. And these days we all have keys, and they will come open their keys, and we can put food for them if it's necessary. They will eat, because that's not in yagya, So I still remember it was 2, 3 times actually. I was there, and one Dadi was there, other was coming. But Ashaben said for us here in ORC, anyone comes anytime. If they are senior, we always welcome them. And so I think there is some kind of expression of our love, which does require sacrifice sometimes. But it's a very good, kind of for younger ones to learn also what is love in the intellect and how they should receive. And, some just, oh, I love you, I miss you. And when you are there, you don't say them, right? So it's like, as you said, little contradiction between my loving intellect and, as you said, doing right things at the right time. Because it's a royal family, it's like we leave a lot of custom systems from here for golden age, or it was in golden age and we follow here. And that I realize now more and more that we have to know how to not only respectful, but there was a time I remember, even in Shantivan, when Dadi Gulzar came, anyone came, all the main instruments, even it was 2:30 afternoon, which is generally rest time after lunch, but there were all of them there to receive, to welcome. Yeah, you are accurate. Loving intellect and also what is expression of love in different actions. A good question.
Thank you, Sister Mohini. And I think you want to rest your voice now.
No, that's okay. I'm okay. Feel good.
So welcome back to Bhumi and your whole entourage. And we're so happy that you had such a good time.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Didi. Thank you, Gayatri. It was wonderful. Yes, very good trip. And tomorrow is Thursday, so morning Amrit Vela, 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. Since past few days, we had been doing conducted meditation, which we will continue for month of August. And so you all are welcome. And then in the evening, 5 to 6 p.m. English Sakar Murli, 6 o'clock Bhakti will start, followed by Hindi series and then book offering. Anybody who would like to offer book, you can send your request to 516-717-9171. Then English series and Avec the Journey. So now let's remember Baba and take Drishti from Didi. Make sure your videos are on. Om Shanti.
कैसे बताऊं मन के ये भाव, बाबा को पाऊं हर पल पास। कैसे बताऊं मन के ये भाव, बाबा को पाऊं हर पल पास। हर कदम कदम पे है बाबा तेरा साथ, चमके उठे हैं सूरज चांद, झूम रहे हैं ज़मीं आसमां। ढल गई है सुबह शाम, सुबह शाम। कैसे बताऊं मन के ये भाव। तेरी छवि है निराली, महक उठी है कलियां सारी, जीवन में छाई है हरियाली। जो अनुभव करे वही भाग्यशाली, साथ तेरी हम रह पाते हर कदम पे अनुभव निराले। मुख से कहते कहीं ना जाए, कहीं ना जाए। कैसे बताऊं मन के ये भाव, बाबा को पाऊं हर पल पास। हर कदम कदम पे है बाबा तेरा साथ। कैसे बताऊं मन के ये भाव। मधुबन का कण कण भी बाबा, तुझसे मिलन की खुशबू फैलाए। लगता है हमको तो बाबा, बाहें खोल तुम अपने पास बुलाए। प्यार को तेरे तरसते बाबा, एक बार तो अपने पास बुला लो। दिल में यही बस है आस लगाए, आस लगाए। कैसे बताऊं मन के ये भाव, बाबा को पाओ हर पल पास, हर कदम कदम पे है बाबा तेरा साथ। कैसे बताऊं मन के ये भाव।
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om
Om
Shanti
Shanti Mohini Didi, Om
Mohini
Shanti
Didi,
Didi.
Om
Om
Shanti
Shanti
Didi, Om
Didi,
Shanti
Mohini Didi,
Didi,
Didi, Om Shanti.
Bye bye.